Fifth grade can be tough.
People get to express how they feel.
It's something you guys should be sharing with other schools.
When we hear that the makerspace is having new things, we like to try out the new things.
It has changed our library for the better.
Welcome back to Mr. D's Cafe 509 Open Mic.
So last year we started doing open mic, and we just had the corner of the room, and kids would come in, and I didn't ask them really to do anything special. They would work on some fluency with some picture books, but for the most part they would come up and they'd be singing songs, and they had fun with it.
Are you prepared?
Somewhat.
You have your stuff that you're going to say, who you're going to introduce
It's
and everything?
over there.
Well, then go grab it.
What I wanted to do in the beginning was to have the kids really work on their fluency and their expression, but what it's really turned into is something that I loved to do when I was in college, and just go to a cafe and get out of my guitar and play and sing, and it's just a great way for kids to express whoever they are, whether it's playing an instrument or singing or telling jokes or just really honestly working on their fluency and expression. It's become kind of more than I dreamed. Are you going to take it? Open mic in my classroom is a time for my students to come in and show who they are and to work on skills, whether it's leadership skills or performance skills or reading skills. It's really different for each kid. We have students who, I think because of open mic, are really starting to blossom, because fifth grade can be tough, and I think they're gaining friendships and growing as people.
Diary of a Worm by Doreen Corrin. Pictures by Harris Bliss.
I initially wanted the grant to help with fluency in the classroom, and it really has become so much more than that. It's become more than I ever thought that it would.
I'm your host, and I will be starting off with 2 jokes.
And I can see when they're in here and they're reading and they're working on their picture books that they're going to be reading more and more, and then you see them come up here. I see that the grant money really has helped my classroom. It's something that's, the PA system has excited our classroom.
It does help make you a leader because you're good at, you're confident. I think, my opinion is that it's kind of like being a club. You kind of helps your grades a little. You're more confident doing things. Mr. D's Cafe is where people get to express how they feel, and they get to bring stuff from home, and they get to tell stories. They get to do a bunch of jokes, and then some people just read.
In no way could a whale live in your pond.
I'm pretty sure everyone's favorite part about the morning on Friday is open mic.
That was such a great open mic.
I want to thank OPEF for giving me this grant. All I can see is that my students love coming to school, at least on Fridays, so that they can show us a little bit into who they are outside of the classroom.
Thank you, OPEF! Working perfectly. Like a little ramp there that makes it come out. So it goes through all this blocks, and then it comes out with this ramp.
Thank you, OPEF, for bringing the makerspace carts to our school this past year. The makerspace carts have been a great second addition to our makerspace that we implemented the year before. It's really taken the idea of the makerspace and brought it out into the classroom level. Our makerspace in the first year was a wonderful new addition to our school, but kids were programmed into that space according to the schedule, just like they might be programmed into our gymnasium or into our music room. The carts have really brought that maker thinking to classroom teachers, and the idea that the carts is something that they can bring into the room, and they're full of all these amazing ideas and amazing supplies and materials that they can use around that maker mindset, and they can use it within their classroom. They're all based around a theme, and so they just have to kind of think around that theme, which cart they'd want, and bring it into their room.
It's something you guys should be sharing with other schools.
Agreed.
Because this is something that you don't need a space. I mean, your space is incredible and you have the space, but for all the schools to apply for a grant for the carts, I mean,
or the kits. You don't even
yes.
need the beautiful cart. I mean, they're
well, the beautiful
gorgeous
carts.
carts.
Yeah.
But to have the kits and the equipment, you don't need a space, you don't need, I mean, we were very fortunate to be able to do what we did, but to have those kits and that equipment and be able to push maker mindset, maker activities into classrooms that way would be huge. Yeah.
This is Harry and Henrietta. We are making homes for them, and they're our class pets. They're basically just little puffballs with eyes on them.
Okay, so the challenge today was for the kids to be able to create a perch for our class pet, and our class pet are the puffballs of Henrietta and Harry, and so we're trying to incorporate any of the math skills that we've been working on these past couple weeks.
When we hear that the makerspace is having new things, we like to try out the new things.
Magnet tile is a magnet that's like a square, like a triangle. They can be in any shape, and it's very cool because you can design anything you want. Or there's instructions, which you can build whatever. You can build what's inside it, and like you can take whatever out of it, and whatever you like out of it, and you can build.
It's been a great addition, and I thank you once again, OPEF, for this addition to Summit School.
Thank you, OPEF, for making this possible. It has changed learning at Summit School.
So today in Meadowview Music we are using an app called Note Squish, which is an app that allows the kids to learn how to read notes on the music staff really effectively and in a really fun way. So Note Squish is an app that they can get on their own devices at home, but we also have them here on our little iPads here in the music room.
We're playing Staff Wars, and this is a really fun game, and it teaches you a lot about notes, and as you play the game it gets quicker and quicker.
One note is going to come by at a time. Well, I wanted to bring technology to music at Meadowview. I feel it's extremely important in the 21st century to bring 21st century learning into not only the classroom but also the music classroom. Great job, third grader!
Thank you, Miss Clark!
That's why I wrote the grant. The OPEF grant, and I'm really happy that I was able to get it because bringing technology to these students is extremely important, and they're used to it, and they should have it in music as well as all of their other classrooms.
Thank you!
Go away, Wolf. You can't come in. I'm shaving the hairs on my chin.
My name's Sheila Humberg, and I'm the Library Media Specialist here at Meadowview Library. I applied for the OPEF grant so that the students at Meadowview could enjoy access to technology and be able to use it on a regular basis. The kids did it in front of the green screen. We film it there, and then they take their iPad, and there's an app, a green screen app called InkDo, that they use pictures or other videos to overlay.
I was just filming them with this iPad thing, and so we could hear it, and they did a really good job. I think they did a really good job. Screen that we can take a video of us, and then when it's over, there's this app that you can actually put the background in the story, or in the story with the background.
I just really want to personally thank OPEF for giving us iPads and an Apple TV so that all the students at Meadowview can access technology. It really provided 480 students with online research skills, digital media tools, and it has changed our library for the better.
This is Kelly Holtzman, and I'm Lucas Jensen. We're the advisors for the Economolk High School Ecology Club. Last year, the Ecology Club put together a grant, and they had the experience of gathering data and coming up with a rationale why OPEF should spend money on a bottle filling station for the school.
We'd like to thank them for the opportunity that students had to do this, and the opportunity that they gave the students to provide the other students at the building with this resource.
So 3 aspects of these water bottle fillers that I have found have benefited Oconomowoc High School is the aspect of saving time for friends of mine that have classes like advanced fitness and that are in athletics and getting water on the go, but also being safe for the environment as well.
We wanted to thank OPEF for the opportunity for the kids to get one. Because of their efforts, other schools have now tried to get more of these bottle filling stations.